Today we're going to learn about writing recursive formulas. Find the common difference and or common ratio between terms, then use the corresponding formula. So for this first one we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now from this sequence you can probably just guess that the sequence increases in increments of 2, and that happens to be the case here. Now how would you figure this out though? Well, if you find the common difference between the terms, 4 minus 2, and you figure out that's 2, and then you take 6 minus 4 and figure that it's also 2, and then you take 8 minus 6 and figure out that's 2, then you can probably assume that this is an arithmetic type sequence. So what this means is that you have to use the formula a of n is equal to a of n minus 1 plus d. And the first term, a of 1, we already know is 2, and thus n has to be greater than or equal to 2. Because we already found a of 1, and so the successive terms have to be greater than or equals to 2. Now in this case, the value of d is also going to be 2, because the sequence increases by 2. So this is all the information we need. Now there's also something called an explicit formula, in which it generalizes it to one straightforward equation. So in this case, it would be a of n is equal to 2n, because this is the common difference, and then we add on the starting value. How about this next one here? Let's see if there's a common difference. We have 10 minus 4, which is equal to 6. 25 minus 10, which is equal to 15. And so already you can tell there's no common difference because the numbers 6 and 15 are different. So now let's try 10 divided by 4, which is equal to 2.5. And 25 divided by 10, which is also 2.5. So here we see that there's a common ratio, which is 2.5. So the equation is actually very similar. It's a of n is equal to a of n minus 1, and instead it's multiplied by 2.5. That's the ratio. Our starting value, a of 1, is 4, and n has to be greater than or equals to 2. So that's all you need for the second sequence. Again, the explicit formula would be a of n is equal to, what are we increasing by? 2.5. So it'd be 2.5n plus 4, because that's our starting value. Lastly, the third one. Now if we take 25 and subtract 75, we're going to get negative 50. And if we take 8.33 and subtract 25, we're going to get negative 16.66. And we see that there's no common difference, so now let's try 25 divided by 75. We're going to get 1/3. And if we take 8.33 divided by 25, we're also going to get 1/3. So the common ratio here is 1/3. So we're going to have a of n is equal to a of n minus 1 times 1/3. A of 1 is equal to 75, and n is going to be greater than or equals to 2. And now for the explicit formula, we have a of n is equal to, we have 1/3 as our common ratio, n plus our starting value of 75.